What's up, Coach Colin Castelli here with ShotMechanics Basketball, and today I'm going to teach you Mac McClung's 3 best transition moves. This video is brought to you by my guys over at Dollar Shave Club. Now, normally I absolutely hate shaving because number 1, razors are crazy expensive, and number 2, I hate going to the store just to get razors. But with Dollar Shave Club's new $5 starter set, you get a bunch of stuff shipped directly to your door. So for a limited time only in the starter set, they're including their executive razor that comes with a super weighty premium handle and 4 replacement cartridges. And they threw in their unbelievably smooth shave butter, lavender body wash, and 1 Wipe Charlie's for your butt. So no joke, when I tested it out, this was the best shave that I've had of my life. So if you want to get the $5 starter set, just click the link in the description down below, and it helps support our channel as well. All right, so Mac McClung absolutely lit up this last high school season, and the Georgetown commit is one of the most athletic and best scorers that we've seen at the high school level for a while. So what we want to do today is teach you 3 of his most devastating transition moves that he uses a lot and that I think that you can probably add to your game as well. So the very first one we're going to talk about is behind the back transition finish. So what you notice a lot of times that Mac does is as he's coming down on a fast break, as he's getting close towards the basket, what he's gonna do is he's actually gonna put the ball behind his back on his pickup and then get to the rim and finish. Now, the reason why this is important is because a lot of times as he's coming to finish towards the hoop, there's defenders that are chasing him down and trying to make a play on the ball, right? So a lot of the times if he was just gonna go up like this with the ball in front, they're gonna be running this direction. They're gonna be able to get a hand on it, strip, maybe try to challenge him up by the glass, right? So with the behind the back finish, what Mac's looking to do is as he's coming through, he's going to protect the ball behind his body, wrap it to the opposite side as that player is sliding in front of him, right? As the player starts to make that play on the ball, whoop, he pulls it behind his back, and then he can get back up to the rim. Now, there's kind of a few main keys to being able to do this behind the back. Number 1, you got to get the footing right. As I'm going for my pickup, I want to make sure that I can pick it up with my outside foot at the same time, so then as I come through, my second step is going to be still legal, right? A lot of times when players try to do this move, they pick the ball up too early and then they actually take 3 steps. So you want to make sure that you're picking it up in rhythm. That way you're not traveling going towards the hoop, because it's kind of a tough move and a lot of refs will call you for it if you're not super precise with it. So I'd really work on that footwork and make sure that you're just going 1, 2, coming around as you're getting ready to go for that finish. Now, the second key that really helps with the behind the back is to pound your last dribble, right? So a lot of times I see players will come in and they'll try this move and they'll have a really weak last dribble. So as they come through, they're kind of bobbling it around a little bit. Maybe it kind of gets caught on their hip. But if you can pound your last dribble into the ground, so as you come through, if you can pound it, pop, that's gonna help you launch it back up into that pocket, and then it can slide around your waist a little bit easier, right? So number 1, you wanna really make sure that your footwork's dialed in. Number 2, you wanna make sure that you pound that ball and then whip it behind your back as fast as you possibly can. Then the last key is you've got to work on your finishing package. Once you get inside the paint right here, you've got to be able to finish all over the place. Now, Mac can get up and jam it out pretty easy, but for shorter players who maybe can't jump as high or do that sort of thing, you got to be able to come back and finish with your outside hand on the opposite side, your inside hand on the close side, and your inside hand on the far side. If you can get all those different finishing options, it doesn't matter how the defender plays, how they come back after sliding by, you'll be able to get to the basket and get that finish just like Mac. All right, so the next move that we got with Mac is the drop cross. Now, this is a really effective move that he uses a ton. And if you watch a lot of his highlights and his mixtapes, you're gonna see this move over and over again because it's one of his favorite moves to use at the 3-point line when he's moving downhill in a transition scenario. So all that's gonna happen is he's going kind of full speed and then he's gonna slow up just a little bit. And then the first move is basically this is kind of 2 moves put together. It's a drop crossover mixed with a regular crossover. So the very first move that he's gonna do is as he comes up and he starts approaching the line, he's gonna roll his hand over the top of the ball and drop it to the opposite side of his body, right? It's almost like he's kind of like pushing the crossover out in front. Now, the reason why this is important is as you push, most of the time the defender who's standing in front of you is gonna slide off to that side, right? Because he's looking to cross back opposite while keeping his momentum moving downhill. So first one coming up, dropping it over, and then at the same time as he drops, he's gonna stab that same foot and he's gonna throw his eyes that same direction, right? So as he drops it, he's stabbing and he's throwing his eyes and his chest that same direction. So that really makes it look like he's driving this way, right? But the whole time he's getting ready to set him back for that crossover. He's coming up, he's dropping, stab, catch, cross, opposite, right? The whole key to this is we want to try to keep our momentum moving downhill. So as you're coming up in transition and you're dropping it, we're going to catch and then try to whip that crossover low down by the knee. Because a lot of times what's going to happen is once you shift your defender a little bit, they're gonna have a hand kind of out in that spot. And so if you try to put that second cross too high, a lot of times they'll be able to get a piece of it and you might get ripped in transition, which is never a good look, right? So really think about as you come through, you're gonna drop, sail those head, shoulders, eyes, cross over opposite and explode. Now, one of the main keys to this move is you've gotta load that back leg. As you come up here and you drop, if I drop cross and then I keep this leg more extended, when I go to cross, I'm not gonna have a big power platform to push off of, right? So really think about loading up that inside leg. When you drop the ball, try to load up, heel off the ground, ball of your toe or ball of your foot right there on the ground. That way, as soon as you're ready to cross over, you can punch off of it and really explode your hips by your defenders. Then you just got to get in the paint finish or pull up for that jumper. All right, so the next move we got is the one-hand cup pickup. Now, this is a great move that Mac uses a lot in transition, but he also uses it in the half court as well. And basically, it works great when you have a defender on your hip and you're trying to fend them off. And so you're going to actually pick the ball up with one hand and cup it as you're going through contact. So this works great if there's maybe two defenders that are closing in on you, or you're trying to get to the basket and guys are really playing super physical. So the one-hand cup pickup is awesome for that. And basically, this is what happens. As Mac's driving in, and he's coming this direction towards the hoop, and he can do this in any direction, but as you're coming in towards the hoop, if somebody's really riding you right here, you're going to use your last dribble, you're going to pound it, and you're gonna cup pickup with one hand. So you notice that I get 3 points of contact here. I've got hand, I've got bicep, and I've got chest, right? The idea is we wanna get 3 points of contact on that ball, so as I pick it up, I'm sandwiching it in here, and then I'm using my off arm and shoulder to bump the defender, right? Now, I don't want to fully extend and get an offensive foul, but I want to hold my space and then use that jump stop to kind of launch into them and protect the ball. Now, the reason why this cup is nice is because number one, it helps you control the ball while holding off the defender. And number two, if there's a help side defender, like let's say I got a teammate in the corner, if there's a help side defender who's digging down on it, if I've got this 3 points of contact, it's not going anywhere even if they slap it, right? So the whole idea is I'm gonna use that last dribble to launch me into my jump stop. I'm gonna pound them off just like that. And then after this 3 points of contact, I'm gonna snap it up here more to my shoulder and then go up for the finish, right? Now you don't always necessarily even have to shoot out of this move. It's a great move to come in, boom, come here, and then reverse pivot for a kick out, or maybe come back for a hook or an up and under, whatever it is you wanna do. But it's a great way to knife through the defense, even if there's extra hands in there, extra bodies that are trying to body you up. So really think about last dribble is going to launch you, boom, 3 points of contact. The last key is on this jump stop, we wanna drop low, right? We see a lot of players try to do this and do a big high bunny hop like that. That's no good. Hard on your knees, hard to land at the same time with both feet. So instead, as you're coming in, think about on this last pound dribble, you're boom, it's like you're sitting low into a chair, right? We should drop low like we're into a chair. That way we're on balance and we've got all sorts of scoring options on the inside. All right, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button and then hit the comment section down below and let me know what player we should do next. If you guys enjoy these high school breakdowns, we'll definitely do a lot more of them, but just let me know who we should do and what we should teach. And you know, if you're new to Shot Mechanics, definitely hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell icon right next to it, because that way you can be, for sure get our videos delivered directly to your subscription inbox, be notified as soon as we have an upload. And again, big thanks to Dollar Shave Club for sponsoring this episode. Their $5 starter pack is absolutely phenomenal. So don't forget, link in the description down below. That way you can get the best shave of your life, guaranteed. Again, I'm Coach Colin Castell with Shot Mechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching, and until next time, splash on.